What's up, YouTube? Boy Rob, aka Guard Shark. Now, some people don't like swearing. I think I got maybe 3 comments on the swearing, maybe 4 months ago. One was fine. The guy says clean it up. You know, a comment like that's okay. Yeah, another comment, not okay. The guy went into my background, my upbringing, my parents, like threw the whole kitchen table at me, or the kitchen sink, however it goes. And so, I'll probably swear in this video. It's more natural for me to talk that way because it's how I talk, you know. I did, well, I'm not going to get into it, but there's a reason why I swear and everything. But to put you at ease, this guy said actually people that swear come from broken homes. He was making up facts. You know, I speak facts, I don't make them up. So you can go look it up. People that swear have higher verbal fluency. Surprise, surprise. And it has nothing to do with their background. We might be a little more intelligent than you guys that don't swear. And heck, we might even be a little more honest. What about that? So someone did a Christopher Mitchell video and put some beeps in, beep, 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 every other word. It's just a crazy video. I mean, what Christopher was saying in the video was crazy. He wasn't really swearing. The guy was just beeping them for fun. The video's out there. You should watch it. It's all right. And he says some of the most ridiculous things. Like, Buddy has 2 7s against a 6. This is a random player, not Christopher. And Christopher's getting all upset because he's like, oh, I bet this guy's going to split that. Well, you're supposed to split that. That's how you make money, bro. 7 beats 6, doesn't it? You split that, you know, you might draw 3 for 10, and then you double down. The next one you might double, get a 4 and double, and get another 10, have 21. You know what I mean? Like, you can make a lot of money on those hands. Those are profitable hands. Particularly if they turn into double downs. Oh, the greed. He doesn't care about anybody else. In other words, you know, he's fucking everybody else at the table by playing proper. Not the guy standing on 12 versus a 10. You know, that guy's not fucking the table, not that guy. Turns out in the long run, how you play your hand doesn't affect anybody else. That's fact, proven in computer simulations. They're gonna help you as many times as they hurt you. So don't even worry about it, ignore it. And so going along those lines, let's talk a little philosophy today. You know, in life, I'm reminded of a story my friend told me. Shout out to Jeremy. Jeremy was telling me about this professor who walks into a classroom. He's got a class, and it's like half full. And he's asking the students, what do you see? But it's not about half full, half empty. He's like, no, how much does it weigh? You know, they give their guesses. And the teacher's like, or the professor is like, it depends. Depends what I do with it. If I hold it for an hour, you know, maybe my arm starts to tingle. If I hold it for 2 hours, maybe my arm starts to ache. If I hold it all day, maybe my arm feels numb and paralyzed. The glass is a metaphor for baggage, for life, problems, things you hold on to, things in your past. Lao Tzu said, if you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the future, you're anxious. Live in the moment, you're at peace. Put down the glass. That's what you gotta do. Some people have this victim mentality. Fuck that. Don't be a victim. Don't be bitter. Get better. All right? Let it go. Some of these people that have been victims of Christopher Mitchell, I mean, they're out of control. They're saying, you know, I lost my house, my wife, my job, my car, my cat, my dog, my pet bird. Are you fucking kidding? You did that. You didn't do that. The man at the time was, you know, maybe selling his $500 PDF or his $1,000 inner circle thing. That's what the extent of it is. What you do with the advice is up to you. In fact, when he was selling the PDF, I know there was a disclaimer at the bottom. It was something like use at your own risk. It was something like that. But it was more wordy, but that was the general idea of it. That should have been included. Like, you know, maybe these strategies are a little bit dangerous. And, you know, Christopher likes to always play the sympathy card. You know, my mommy died when I was 9. That's great, you're 42. If you were 9, I'd give you some fucking sympathy, but you're fucking 42 years old. You understand? There's a time where you gotta let the baggage go, you know? I don't find it an inspirational story. I find that fucking whiny. I find someone mentally tied down. Let me tell you an old story. It's probably a fable, but there's a point there. The elephant, baby elephant, they're gonna use it to do work later, you know, push down trees and stuff. At first, they bind the elephant's legs with chains, so it can't break the chains. Tries all day, doesn't want restraints, but it can't break it. Later on, the elephant gets full grown. They don't even need to use chains. It's been mentally broken. So they put rope on it. It doesn't even try to break the rope because it thinks it can't. So you understand what I'm saying? You don't Don't get bitter, get better, let it go. Put down the fucking glass. You got that? That's how it works, bro. At a certain point in life, you gotta take responsibility for your actions. That's what I'm saying. But these guys always rationalize. So now, I'm gonna teach you, can you see that? This book, and a pack of cards, very old, 1940. Talks about some of the rationalizations. He's talking to a hustler. And the hustler's point is that, I'll give a better point later, but his point was, you know, these guys would cheat me if they could. They just don't know how, or they don't have the guts. And he gives an example, like, let's say we're playing cards, and back then it would be like 5-card draw. That my opponent sees his hand, and it's a great hand. Let's say it's 4 4s, right? And he's going to back that hand to the max, go all in with it. But the other guy's sloppy, and he sees that he's got 4 jacks. Well, now suddenly he's going to back that hand? No, he's going to fold that hand because he knows he's beat, right? So he's saying everybody's dishonest if you give them a chance. And so I'm going to share with you a scam, because I know a lot of you guys, you know, like the cards and the scam and how this stuff works. One of the things the hustlers used to do is they would bring in the honest guy, the regular Joe from Kokomo. You see, the guy who's part of the moral mob, when you bring them in, suddenly, you know, they like it. You know how many times I've done, like, back in the day when I was a kid, you know, like 30 years ago, maybe at a barbecue, I'd do a card trick or whatever, and people were realizing that, hey, the gamblers in the crowd, especially if I did a gambling demonstration, were realizing, you know, this guy can do things with cards. You know how many offers I got just off that? You come to our private game, this, that, the other. These so-called honest people of integrities. Yeah. So anyway, so the hustler's going to bring in average Joe from Kokomo. The guy who's Mr. Honest. Yeah, he's all honest until he can be part of it. So what they do is, and I'm going to share this because I like the psychology of it. But it's, you know, it's ruthless because, but anyway, so they get Mr. Businessman, let's say, and he's part of the private game. They're going to bring him in, and they're going to make him his partner, and they'll tell him something like, they'll show him some stuff that, you know, let's say a second deal. Look, I can fix the outcome of the game, but I can only do it when I'm the dealer. So you can back all your hands confidently when I'm the dealer, all right? And however much money this guy can come up with, it's never going to be enough because they're going to break him. The game will become that size. So let's say this whale can come up with 30 grand. And then the guy will say, well, you know what, 30 grand's not enough. You got to come in for 60, so I'll give you the other 30, right? So now he's coming into the game for 60, and everyone's buying chips, right? You're playing with the chips. So you don't know, we don't need to come up with, each player comes up with 60 grand because it's just chips, and the other players are all in on it. So they're all going to split your 30 grand. We'll take it off you in a couple hours, or I should say they would. Take it off you in a couple hours. So it's a nice little score. You win a few $1,000s each. And plus you're on the hook for the other 30. Because remember, that's part of the psychology. You think you lost my 30, and I'm going to want it back. So how they work the scam is, what happens is, let's say you're playing a game like 5-card draw. They give the guy a hand, right? I'm the dealer. Let's say I'm the mechanic. I give him a hand. He doesn't know everyone is in on it with me. He just knows me. I'm your partner. I give him a hand. But everybody else knows to fold. So he raises, they fold. So he wins tiny pot. Happens again. You know, a few hands go by. Now it's rotating the deal. I get to deal again. And again. So he starts to get frustrated. He's getting nice hands, but no one's coming into the pot. He's winning the antes. Finally, on his deal, what we do is we ring in the cooler. Now, he feels all safe and secure because he's the shuffler and everything. Everything looks legit. Plus, I'm his partner. It's so beautiful. I'm the guy bringing in the cooler. The best. So now he's going to get a monster hand. But remember, he was told, hey, you only back your hands when I'm the dealer. So he's going to get something awesome. Give him something awesome. 4 deuces. The only thing is one of the players will have 4 tens. And he's going to back that hand for everything. He's going to lose the whole 60. And we chop up the money. And plus you owe me money. You see the psychology involved. It's very clever. So what I'm getting at, it's all good to be smug, you know, when you, oh, I see right through Christopher Mitchell. Of course you do. The guy's a fucking idiot, to be honest with you. You got a guy with high school education, not even, probably dropped out, average intelligence. This is how he tells the story, meandering through the United States, 10 states. I was a homeless in 5 of them. Where is the fucking intelligence? And then what did he do for money? He got desperate. I don't want to say anything, but you know what he did. Now, I don't even know where to go with that. So what I'm saying is, even though you think you can't be scammed, you can. So the other guys that are being smug out there and looking down upon those that got scammed, don't look down upon these people. You can be scammed. Anybody can be scammed.